Hello, my stamping friends. Patty Edwards here with Why Stamp with Patty. And today it's Fast Friday, so I'm going to show you a quick card, and it actually is a fun fold. So let's get started. This week I have been doing cards with Fun with Fall, and I've showed you some cards that you can send with it all year long. This one does use the little leaves, and I'm going to use two of the sentiments, and that's it. So, for my dies, I'm using the Nested Essentials. I love these. They've been around for a while, and I'm going to use the second and third largest um, dies to cut out a piece of basic white and a piece of peaceful pine. So these are going to layer on top of each other. So you could get one of your scraps out, or if you want to be really conservative, I am doing two pieces of peaceful pine that are going to be layers. And so you could always cut that out of the middle of one of these, because when it is a layer, you can cover that up and nobody knows. And then that way you don't have to use an extra piece of paper. All right, so what else do we need? I'm gonna use some Peaceful Pine ribbon. I'm going to use our Gingham Gallery 2026-2028 in color DSP. I have a piece of basic white, and these two are both the same size. They're 3.5 by 4 3/4, because these are going to layer on our Peaceful Pine pieces. So these are both the same size. Also, they're 1/4 of an inch bigger. So they measure 3 3/4 by 5. So those are our layers. And then our card base is a half a sheet of crisp cantaloupe. And we're going to score this at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So normally we score a card in half. Let me grab my bone folder here. But this time, in order to make it a fun fold, we're going to fold this front panel in half again. So that's where we have, when we're scoring, it's 2 1/8, 4 1/4. So we're going to fold this back. So that's exactly half. It's going to fold back on itself. So you're doing a mountain and then a valley. So that's pretty easy. And then we're going to bring back these pieces and we're going to layer them. Now, I'm just going to do a really basic card, but you can always step it up. I will show you one that I did at the end that added a few extra things to dress it up, but sometimes you just want something clean and simple. So that's what we're going to do today. So I have this piece of crisp cantaloupe, the Gingham Gallery paper, and we're going to go ahead and glue that to one of the pieces of Peaceful Pine. And as you can see, I'm going to use the side that has the smaller gingham pattern. Just put that on there so we have equal borders all the way around. Looks pretty good. And this is going to end up going attaching to this front panel that's 2 1/8. And then this piece, we're going to put our inside sentiment, which we'll go ahead and stamp that first. And you know why, because if we mess it up, we can always turn it over and use the other side. That never happens to you guys, I'm sure. I'm going to use the sentiment that says, "Hope your day is wonderful." And I'm just going to stamp that in the center there. And I'm going to use the crisp cantaloupe and add, let's see, we're going to add a few of these leaves to the inside here. I'm going to put, Well, this is a clear stamp. Let's see. Either I did get it inked up. Ooh, it matched up perfectly. That's what's nice about those. So when that happens, if it doesn't completely stamp the image, if you don't press down hard enough, don't re-ink your stamp. Just line it up again and press down, because you'll have that ink. Otherwise, you'll have darker ink going over the part that did stamp. Let's see if I can do it right this time. Okay, just going to add a few leaves there, and then we're going to just put this right on top of that piece of Peaceful Pine. And now we will just take this and adhere that to the inside panel of our card. And we're just going to center that. I think Crisp Cantaloupe and the Peaceful Pine are a good fall combination. Now I'm going to add this to the front, and I want to make sure that when I line this up that I don't, have this over too far. It should line up evenly because we do have the same size paper. And I also want to make sure that I'm only putting glue where this is going to attach to this front panel. So I don't want to put it all over. I can either, so that's about 1/4 of an inch. So I can use this as a guideline to know that I don't want to go up any higher than that, and just kind of draw my outline here. I'm going to put my glue directly on this panel so I don't go too far on this one. And then I like to kind of just smear it around a little bit to get that evenly distributed. And then there we go. And look at that. We have our quick little fun fold card. Now we're going to just add our die, our dies that I cut out from the Nested Essentials. So I have this one in Peaceful Pine and this one in Basic White. And I'm going to stamp the saying that says, "Happy Fall, y'all." I'm just going to do that right in the middle. And then again, just like I did on the inside of my card, I'm going to add this 3-leaf image. Put one over to the side and then one kind of coming down. And then we are finished with our stamping. I told you this card was going to be quick and easy for our Fast Friday. Sometimes you just need some fast cards and you don't want to make it too complicated. All right, let's go ahead and we'll take some dimensionals. We'll go ahead and pop this up. I like that look. And I'm going to take my little pick tool, take those backings off, and we'll just center that right onto that die. And I think we'll just go ahead and pop that other one up too. So we'll just put one in each corner. Hope you have a good weekend. We don't have anything planned, but we are taking care of my brother's dog, so they're going to pick her up this weekend. We'll probably go out for lunch at our favorite Mexican restaurant. Love La Mesa, and my brother and his wife love it too, so looking forward to that. And then just to add, if we want, we can just add a little bow. So I have this Peaceful Pine. We have this ribbon that has that kind of border, and it's really ties really nice. And I like to do 2 bunny ears, cross them over, and then we can just pull that and make it as big or small as we want. That looks pretty good. And then I will just trim that. How many of you use separate scissors for your ribbon to keep your paper snips sharp? I like to use a separate one. I'm just going to put that just down in the corner. So we'll get a little glue dot out here. Maybe I want that just a smidgen, maybe not smaller, but I'm going to trim those tails a little more. Look at that. It's only been 10 minutes and this card is basically done. I'm going to trim a little bit more off of the tails here. So, you know, if you get some pretty DSP and some dies, you could just, you know, stamp some different sentiments and make this cute fun fold card in no time. So I did tell you I was going to show you another one that if you want to dress it up a little more, let me get some of this out of the way. You could go ahead and color in the leaves. I did that with our Stampin' Blends, and I used the lighter one, and you know, you can still see the outline of the leaf. And then if you want, you could stamp those leaves as an accent, you know, on your border. If you want some more texture on the inside of this one, instead of just doing a leaf, one image stamped, I did them kind of like they're falling, and you could color those in too. And then also on this one, I did add, I drew the lines with the Stampin' Blends and the ruler, which I demonstrated earlier this week. And this time I used 2 colors. I used Crisp Cantaloupe on the Crisp Cantaloupe line, and then on the lighter or one I did the Peaceful Pine. And, you know, that is just, you know, if you want to dress it up a little more, add a little more color. But either way, I think they both look great. So that's my Fast Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend. On Sunday, I will be doing my last card with Fun for Fall, and I'll be using this cute little scarecrow, so I'm really excited about that. I hope you have a great day, and bye for now.